for us as a Jewish community of Maine and for our nation. And so we are closing out Shabbat, and with Havdalah, we are really saying goodbye to the week that has passed. We're saying goodbye to the past in many ways in general, and Havdalah is a way of saying there are ends and there are beginnings, and I am so excited to be here with all of you as we embark on this new future together. So I know that this week has been really stressful for all of us and for our country, and in many ways we are saying, all right, it's time to take a deep breath in, a breath out, and get started with a new week and a new era. So what a joy to be here. This is a momentous time, and the President-elect Joe Biden will be giving remarks to the nation a little after 8 p.m. So we will be concluding our programming just around 8 o'clock. So for those of you who would like to hear the President-elect can do so. So welcome to everybody from all across the state and the country. Welcome to all of our Maine Roots participants, all those in our 20s and 30s cohort who are here to celebrate with us, all the Hillels across the state as well, who are here for the Center for Small Town Jewish Life Fall Shabbaton. We are so thankful to have so many great scholars and Deborah Sacks Mintz with us for this Shabbaton. And we are very grateful to our sponsors, without whom we could not be here today. So many thanks to the Covenant Foundation, to the Maine Humanities Council, to Moishe House, that is sponsoring the Maine Roots Retreat for young adults ages 22 to 32, and to the Maine Jewish Film Festival. And we also want to give a shout out to the virtual Maine Jewish Film Festival that also begins this weekend, and check out the remarkable films that are being shown at mjff.org. We'd also like to thank the following departments at Colby College: the Center for Arts and Humanities, the Cultural Events Committee, the Jewish Studies Program, Religious Studies, and the Music Department. I'd like to give big toda rabah, big thank you to our leadership fellows, Hillary Swimmer and Duda Voldman, who have done incredible work in getting us all here today, to the staff that has taken so much great leadership over this program, Liz Snyder, this is your baby, and also Sarah Rockford for planning Maine Roots and helping with the Fall Shabbaton in general. I'd like to thank all of our guests and our speakers, and most of all, I'd like to thank all of you, right, for coming in on a Saturday night on such a momentous weekend to say, you know what I want to do the most right now is to be together in community with other Maine Jews and sing my heart out. And this is the time. So, Toda Rabah, Shavua Tov. And we have a favor to ask of you. Regularly, we would be all together in the Foss Dining Hall, shoulder to shoulder, eating salmon. I know the menu backwards and forwards. So we would be there together, but we're not together in person. So this is what we want from you. Show us where you're watching from. Is it your desk, your living room? It could actually be your porch, considering God blessed us with a 60-degree weekend. And show us who you're with. So I'm going to ask you, take a selfie, take a screenshot, and then send it to us. Send photos to jewishlife@colby.edu. So take that selfie, Shabbat's over, show us where you are, show us that you're here with us, and send that email to jewishlife@colby.edu. Now, without any further ado, I'm so excited to introduce Deborah Sacks Mintz, our musician for this year's Fall Shabbaton. She's a musician, educator, and Ba'alat Tefillah, a prayer leader. She serves as a resource to communities across North America and beyond who seek to deepen their practice of empowered song and connective prayer. She has served innovative institutions across the country as a teacher of Torah and Jewish communal music. She currently serves as a rabbinic fellow from JTS at B'nai Jeshurun in New York City. She's a Wexner Graduate Fellow pursuing rabbinical ordination at JTS. She holds degrees in music and religious anthropology from the University of Michigan. Her debut album of original music was released this year, and in addition to being a fabulous musician, she is also a teacher of Jewish text particularly as it relates to music and song, which we will all experience together tomorrow at her session on Sunday at 2 p.m. So I don't want to take up any more of Deborah's song. We're looking so excited. We're so excited to sing along with you and for everybody here with us to continue the learning and the expansive variety of programs we have all day tomorrow. So Deborah, take it away.
Thank you so much, Rabbi Isaacs. It's really such a pleasure and honor to be here. Um, I wish I could have been with you all in person in Maine this past Shabbat, but it's really incredible the community that we can create virtually, and I'm just thrilled. Um, so as Rabbi Isaacs just shared, Havdalah is this opportunity for us to reflect on the week that has passed, look to the week ahead, and I know this was a historic day, a historic Shabbat, and we'll take an opportunity to lean into that reflection through a nigun, through a wordless song. So I hope you'll join me. This nigun will make its way throughout the concert a few times, so we'll learn it now. Ay arandai arandai ay arandai arandai iriram bambai andai yararalaram bambai ay aralai andarandarai ay arandai arandai ay arandayam ridandanai eriram bambai arandandai ararandararam bambai ay aranlanandarandarai ay 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 araralalai ay ay lalai oh bararara So at this time, I ask that if you have your Havdalah candle, your cup of wine, your besamim, your spices, that you bring those out now, and we'll join together. Hine el Yeshuati, eftach velo evchan, ay ki hozi vezimratya, Adonai vayehili lishua Ushaftem ma'im besason Ay mi mainea Yeshua L'Adonai ha-Yeshua Alamcha birchatecha selah Adonai tzvaot imanu, miskav lanu Elohei Yaakov selah. Adonai tzvaot asher adam boteach bach, Adonai Yoshia melech yaneinu beyom koreinu. Ay la Yehudim hayta ora vesimcha ay vesimcha vesason vika kinti elanu kos yeshuot esa uveshem Adonai ekra Baruch at Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch at Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei minei besamim. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei meorei ha'esh. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam המבדיל בין קודש לחול, בין אור לחושך, בין ישראל לימים, בין יום השביעי לששת ימי המעשה. ברוך אתה אדוני, המבדיל בין קודש לחול. Ay, 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 adandaya, badidam babam, badadadadai, adidam bam, ay, adandaya, adidadadadadadam bamba, oh, ay, adandaya, dadadam, dada, oh, adidalaya, ay, oh, adidadadada, oh, adidalala, oh, adidam, adidam babam, Shavua Tov. All right. So it's officially a new week. We've made Havdalah, and I'm actually going to get us started tonight with our music. The way that we brought in Shabbat last night with verses from Lecha Dodi, our song to welcome the Shabbat bride, just to bring it full circle a little bit. Yarandadai, 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 yarandadai. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. שמור וזכור ודיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם תפארת ולתחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי מכל הברכה, מראש מקדם נשוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. מקדש מלך עיר מלוכה, קומי צאי מתוך ההפכה, רעב לך שבט ימק הבכה, והוא יחמול עלייך חמלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. ירדנדרי, ירדנדרנדרי, Yandadai, yadadandadai, yadandadai, yadandadandadai, yandadai, yadandadai. Just try that chorus one more time with me. Lecha dodi. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה ירדנדרי ירדנדרנאי ינדרי ירדנדרי 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 handairai Riramba Lo teivoshi velo tikalmi Ma tishtochachi ma tehemi Bach yechasu ani heyami ונבנית אל תילה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה ימין ושמאל תפרוצי ואת אדוני תריצי על ידי שבין פרצי ונשמחה ונגילה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה ירדנאי 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 הללה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה גם בשמחה וצולה תוך אמוני ים סגולה בואי חלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה Thank you so much. Thank you. Wow, I can feel your energy. You've been all on mute. So as Rabbi Isaacs shared in the opening, I recently recorded and released a full-length album of music. That song we just sang is on it. So is the opening nigun of tonight. And up next, I'm going to share with you the title track from that album. The album is called The Narrow and the Expanse. Thinking a lot about the ways in which we as humans flow between different realities. Sometimes we are really in the narrow, in a dark and deep and difficult narrow place, and sometimes we burst forth into incredible expansiveness. I know in some ways these past weeks leading up into the election felt a little like that, and certainly tonight I'm feeling the expanse. So this next song is called Min HaMeitzar, which means from the narrow place, from Psalm 118. The text, Min HaMeitzar karatiyah, from a narrow place I cried out to God, Anani v'merchavya, and I hope to seek an answer from the merchav, from a place of expanse. This reminder that in order to find that merchav, that expansive place, sometimes we actually have to start from the meitzar, from the narrow, and recognize that that's where we are. Min hamitza karatia anani vamerchavia 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 Adonai li lo ira ma yaseh li adam Adonai li lo ira oh ma yaseh li adam Adonai li lo ira ma yaseh li adam Adonai li lo ira oh ma yaseh li adam oh min hamitza karatia anani vamerchavia min hamitza karatia anani vamerchavia oh Adonai li lo ira ma yaseh li adam Adonai li lo ira oh ma yaseh li adam oh Thank you. So if you don't mind, I'm going to just take a moment and quickly scroll through some of these chats to see where people are singing from and where they are, where they spent their Shabbat. I'm so curious. So beautiful. Amazing. So I see a lot of people listing different places in Maine. I see Augusta. I see Waterville. I'll take this moment just to share that that Waterville, Maine, and Augusta have a very special place in my heart. I grew up going to a music camp right in the area in Sydney, Maine, called New England Music Camp, and we often went to Waterville when I was a kid. My parents would take me out to eat in Waterville. When I was a counselor there, we had counselor day off in Waterville and in Augusta. So it really feels very special to be here. And indeed, I credit that camp as somewhere I learned how to be a musician, how to be a listener, and how to really think deeply about the role of music in building community. So it's just so lovely to be back in Waterville, Maine with all of you. Okay. All right. So up next, we're going to bring it down a little bit. I'm going to share a song from verses from Shir Shirim, from the Song of Songs. Ani ledodi vedodi li. I am my beloved's, and my beloved is mine. A reminder that just as with love, community is also mutual. It takes mutual love, mutual support. We have to remember that in the moment that we say, Ani ledodi, I am my beloved, we want to hear back, my beloved is mine. That in love and in friendship and in community and in support, we're there for one another. אני לדודי ודודי לי הרואה בשושנים אני לדודי ודודי לי הרואה בשושנים אחתי יונתי תמרתי אחתי יונתי תמרתי אחתי אני לדודי ודודי לי הרואה בשושנים דידה ביי 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 ענה דודי ואמר לי קומי לך רעייתי ענה דודי ואמר לי קומי לך רעייתי כשושנה בין החוכים כן רעייתי כשושנה בין החוכים כן רעייתי אני לדודי ודודי לי הרואה בשושנים דידה ביי 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 הנך יפה רעייתי הנך יחיונים הנך יפה רעייתי הנך יחיונים אני לדודי ודודי לי הרואה בשושנים דידה לילה יבבבו דידה בבבו Thank you so much. Thank you. So we're getting to that point in the concert where I take a little pause from singing music that I wrote, and I share a few songs by composers and songwriters that have had a really big influence on me in my writing and my leadership and my work. And Just so grateful for their music in the world. Um, so the first song I'm going to share is another melody for L'Chadodi. This melody is written by my friend Joey Weisenberg, who I believe was also a scholar in residence at a past Fall Shabbaton. So I guess this is a reunion of this song. He might have sung it there then as well. The song is called Lincoln's Nigun. And it feels particularly fitting to sing this tonight as we think about our country and we think about moving towards new visions of freedom and justice in our nation. This melody was written for the final two verses, which begin with the line Yamin Usmol, to the right and to the left. And I know that tonight I'm thinking a lot about this as an opportunity to maybe look to the right and to the left and see how we can come together. Lincoln's Nigun by Joey Weisenberg. Yamin Usmol Tifrotzi Veyat Adonai Taritzi Al Yadish Ben Partzi Venismecha Venagila Olecha Shabbat nekabela olecha Adoni likrat kala Penei Shabbat nekabela Hiriram bamba Shalom, materet bala, gam simcha uvetzola, toch emunei am segula, boi chala, olecha. Penei Shabbat nekabela, Penei Shabbat nekabela. Thank you so much. And thank you to Joey Weisenberg for composing that beautiful song. Okay. Continuing on, the sharing of songs written by others that are so deeply meaningful to me, and I hope to you as well. I'm going to share a song by another really incredible composer of contemporary Jewish music, Dr. Eli Kranzler. This is his setting of Gam Ki Elech. Gam ki helech begeit salmavet lo ira ki eta himadi gam ki begeit salmavet lo ira ki eta himadi shivtecha umishantecha Hema, Hema, oh Hema, Yenachamuni, Shivtecha, Umishantecha, Hema, Hema. Oh, Hema, Yenachamuni. Gam ki elech begeit salmavet lo ira ki eta Himadi gam ki elech ki elech begeit salmavet lo ira ki eta Himadi oh she Umishantecha Hema, Hema, oh Hema, Yenachamuni Shivtecha Umishantecha Oh, Hema, Yenachamuni, oh, Inavabayo, oh, Ayo, Inavo, Aya, Bambo, Aya, Baya, Shiftacha, Shiftecha, Umishantecha, Hema, Hema, oh Hema, Yenachamuni. Oh, thank you so much. That was Gam Kielech by Dr. Ellie Kranzler. Thank you. Okay. All right, we have time for just a few more. Everyone's doing okay? Yeah, is the this is the opening act. This is the warm up for President elect. Oh, I'm excited. All right, we'll do a few more. So I'm gonna do for something completely different, another song by a singer who's a huge influence on my life, and then we'll get back to my music. Um, this one outside the category of contemporary Jewish music. I'm going to share a song by Brandi Carlile, for any of you who are familiar. I actually saw her for the first time in Maine as well. The Indigo Girls, I don't know if they still do it, but back in 2007, when I was a counselor at this camp, the Indigo Girls were doing this like big summer concert at the LL Bean store in Maine. And Brandi Carlile opened for them, for the Indigo Girls. And I was like, who is this woman? What is with her voice? What are these songs? And she has been one of my biggest influences since. So I hope you enjoy this song. It's called Have You Ever? Have you ever wandered lonely through the woods? Everything there feels just as it should. A part of life there, part of something good. Oh, if you've ever wandered lonely through the woods. Ooh, if you've ever wandered lonely through the woods. Have you ever stared into a starry sky? Lying on your back, you're asking, why? What's my purpose? I wonder, who am I? Oh, if you've ever stared into a starry sky. Ooh, oh, if you've ever stared into a starry sky. Have you ever been out walking in the snow? Tried to get back where you were before. You'll always end up not knowing where to go. Oh, if you've ever been out walking in the snow. If you've ever been out walking, you would know. Thank you so much. That was Have You Ever by Brandi Carlile. And you know, it's amazing. She's not a Jewish musician. Her words are not grounded in Tanakh. They're not grounded in Psalms. They're not grounded in our liturgy and our texts. But when I hear her lyrics, I hear so much Torah. And it's a good reminder that Torah is everywhere around us. Torah is where we seek it out, where we hear it. And as a lover of nigunim, a lover of wordless melodies, she has a nigun in that song as well, which reminds me of one of my favorite teachings by the Hasidic master Rabbi Nachman of Breslov. He teaches that no matter how we feel, no matter who we are, no matter whether or not we can sing, we can be revitalized by the power of the nigun, the power of wordless song. that sometimes we just need to kind of free ourselves of the texts and the words that bind us and sink into the power of that song. So thank you to Nachman of Bretzlaff for that reminder that music has that opportunity to lift us up when we need it and to help us celebrate when we're ready to celebrate. So we're going to do 2 more songs. I'm going to bring it back to that nigun that I opened Havdalah with, that wordless melody, but we're going to add text to it now. Psukim, verses from the book of Job. Where can we find chokhmah? Where can we find wisdom? Where can we find binah? Where can we find understanding? In this text, there's actually a juxtaposition of chokhmah and binah, wisdom and understanding. We might think those are the same things, but actually, they're not always the same, right? We can acquire wisdom, but binah, understanding, is one notch further, one level further. The song is called Makom Binah. והחוכמה מאין תימצא ואיזה מקום בינה והחוכמה מאין תימצא ואיזה מקום בינה ואיזה מקום בינה והחוכמה מאין תימצא ואיזה מקום בינה והחוכמה מאין תימצא ואיזה מקום בינה ואיזה מקום בינה הן יראת אדוני היא חוכמה וסור וסור מהבינה הן יראת אדוני היא חוכמה וסור וסור מהבינה והחוכמה מאין תימצא ואיזה מקום בינה והחוכמה מאין תימצא ואיזה מקום בינה ואיזה מקום בינה והחוכמה מאין תימצא ואיזה מקום בינה והחוכמה מאין תימצא ואיזה מקום בינה ואיזה מקום בינה הן יראת אדוני היא חוכמה וסור וסור מהבינה הן יראת אדוני היא חוכמה וסור וסור מהבינה Thank you so much. Wow, this has been such a treat. I love seeing all your faces and all your chats and feeling your neshama, your soul, and your ruach, your energy, even from afar. Before I conclude with one last nigun, I'm just going to say thank you again to the Center for Small Town Jewish Life for having me in your space, having me join your Fall Shabbaton. It's such an honor. Thank you to Rabbi Rachel Isaacs. Thank you to Liz Snyder. And thank you to everyone who organized and worked so hard to make this happening, and to all our sponsors. So for any remaining announcements, I'll turn it over to Liz.
Great, thank you. Wow, Deborah, my heart is full. You have reached out over the airwaves to all of us. You've reached out to those of us all across the state of Maine. There's people here from Chicago, Baltimore, Alaska, Texas, New York State and New York City, Boston, and I'm sure a lot of other places that didn't make it into the chat box. But we're so grateful for you taking us on this musical journey as we enter what's going to be an extraordinary week and an extraordinary future. We look forward to learning and singing with Deborah again tomorrow at 2. The Shabbaton, the Not on Shabbat Shabbaton, reconvenes tomorrow at 10 a.m. We have some remarkable programming beginning at 10 and going through till it ends at 3. And Sarah just dropped into the chat box the schedule. Most of you have probably seen it. If you've already made your way here, you know what we've got going on tomorrow. Maine Roots group reconvenes tonight at 8:40. And those of you who are attending the Maine Roots retreat have that Zoom link. So see you then. For the rest of you, we hope to see you tomorrow at 10. We thank you so much for being here, for coming out